Welcome back to another episode of the YeahDat podcast hosted by yours truly, West Coast Roberto. Welcome back. And the homie's in a good mood right now, so we're just going to roll right into it. This is what I'm feeling like. Hey, good vibes only. No time for negativity.
The YeahDat podcast.
I hope y'all are doing well. The homie's doing well. Well rested. Welcome back to all the avid listeners. Shout out to the first time listeners. OGs. Come on, this is a vibe. Let's go.
I hope I'm not too late.
Hey,
To set my demons straight.
hey.
I know I made you wait.
The YeahDat
How
podcast.
much can you take? I hope you see the guy.
Shout out to Kendrick.
I hope you can see.
Let's go.
If
Blast.
it's up, stay down for me.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Sherry, Cocoa Bar, Serafina, Flaming Ice. When I
Your hair
feel that
slaps.
you love, press your wings and trust. I feel you deep.
I don't care how hard you are. You feel this.
The YeahDat
Do you
podcast.
love me? Do you trust me? Can I trust you? Don't judge me. I'm a diehard. It gets ugly. Too passionate. It gets ugly.
Nothing but good vibes.
I wonder where I lost my way. Been waiting on your call all day. Tell me you in my corner right now.
Hey,
When I fall short, I'm leaning on you to cry out. We all got enough to lie about. My truth too complicated to hide now. Can I open up? Is it safe or not? I'm afraid a little you relate or not. Have faith a little. I might take my time. Ain't no saving face this time.
oh, it isn't over yet, y'all. This is the 2-year anniversary of the YeahDat podcast, and with that being said, I want to thank you out there for listening and watching the videos and subscribing to the pod every week. Make sure you like and you rate the pod. If you're new to the show, thank you. And if you're an OG, you already know I got love for you. Let's vibe out to this. Come on.
The YeahDat podcast. The YeahDat podcast.
Duran Jones and the Indications. Come on. Hey, hey, hey. Shout out to wherever you're listening to this pod from. Hey. Hey. Slaps.
I feel like falling in
Last
love.
one, y'all. This is the last one. Hey.
I'm in the mood to fuck something up.
It's good vibes only.
I need some drink in my cup.
2 years of doing this pod.
I'm in the mood to fuck something up.
Shout out to all y'all out there.
I wanna go missing.
Hey.
I need a prescription. I wanna go higher.
Great record.
Can I sit on top of you?
The YeahDat
I
podcast.
wanna go where nobody's been. Have you ever had fun like this?
Make sure you like,
We gon' fuck up the night.
share,
Black light.
rate.
Spaceships fly.
Let's go.
Unapologetic when we fuck up the night.
Shout out to wherever you're listening to this from.
We getting fucked up tonight.
Your car, wherever.
We gon' fuck up the night. See fire. Let you see stars. Let you elevate. Let you meet God. 'Cause I feel like falling in love.
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm in the mood to fuck something up.
The YeahDat podcast.
We gon' fuck up the night.
The thoughts, views, and opinions you hear on this show are just that. Thoughts, views, and opinions from not only myself, but from my guests. So if you don't like them, disagree with them, or whatever the case may be, well, there's a simple solution to all that, and that's just stop listening. But if you care to partake in the conversation, sit back, turn it up, and enjoy the show. Yeah, that. Welcome back to another episode of the YeahDat podcast, hosted by yours truly, West Coast Rob. And this one here's a special one because this one marks the 2-year anniversary of the podcast. Big shout out, big congratulations to myself and the host. Most importantly, a big shout out to all you out there listening, those who tune in every week once an episode drops, those who watch and like all the clips, who share the clips, who watch it all on YouTube. Everyone out there, a part of the YeahDat Legion, I'm talking to y'all. I couldn't have done this without y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. And 2 years has flown by, which is crazy. We started this 2 years ago, and 2 years strong, and we're just gonna continue rocking and rolling. I appreciate everybody who tunes in, like I said, and big shout out and thank you to every single guest who's taken the time out of their schedules to appear on the show. We're still growing. We have a following, but we don't have a huge following. But you gotta learn to crawl before you walk. You gotta learn to walk before you run. So we're there. We're progressing, and that's all that matters. So for those of you out there who are doing something or have a venture or whatever, aspire to start a pod or whatever it is, clothing brand, etc., it's all about consistency and continuity and progression, and patience. Just be patient. You're not going to start off with the most followers, and people aren't going to support you right off rip, but don't let that deter you from continuing to do what you enjoy doing, because that's the most important thing right there, is that you're doing it for you and that you enjoy doing it. That's all that matters. Don't do it for somebody else. Don't do it because you're trying to make a quick buck or whatever the case may be. Do it because you enjoy it, which I love doing this. I love talking to y'all. I love meeting new people. I love having each guest come on and educate not only myself, but everybody out there who listens or watches the podcast. And I take everything that is taught from each guest, and I contribute that to the way I move, and to my game and all that stuff, so my knowledge. So I appreciate everybody who's supported the podcast, from guests to listeners to viewers. Everybody, thank y'all so much. Last episode 40, we had my man Roger P, the motherfucking cosplay king, and we discussed cosplay, because Roger, when he does it bigger and better than the others. He's in suits that are 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet tall. So it's not just proportion to him. He's actually trying to be as close to scale in the comics and movies as possible. So check that one out if you haven't already. Available everywhere podcasts are available, and on YouTube. We're on episode 41 right now, 2-year anniversary. And in this episode, of course, I had to bring back my first ever guest to the podcast, my little brother Conchi, the resident of the YeahDat podcast. And a few episodes back, we had Conchi on with his lovely fiance Madeline. That was the first time I was introduced to Madeline. We were chopping it up. And this episode is the continuation to that conversation, as well as some snippets from future episodes. I've also have my first big entrepreneur, whatever, guest on, my man James motherfucking Mooney. This is my guy right here, CEO of Blast House Industries. He came on as well to bless the 2-year episode. There's a little snippet on here. I'm gonna post a full episode as a later episode, but I'm gonna put a little sample of the conversations we had. He was on 2 years ago. He was my first big entrepreneur, and this is all just temperature checks. People came back to bless the episode, the 2-year Annie. So we discussed what's happened with the business, with the supplement company since starting it, and trials and tribulations, etc. So we discussed that. And I also have my man, adult film star, musician, Jackson Wheeler back. And I'll play a little clip of our conversation. That'll be a whole nother episode coming in a few weeks as well. And Jackson, he was my big kind of high profile guest in the past. He drew a lot of attention and a lot of views and a lot of comments, both positive and negative, on YouTube, which was funny because motherfuckers, it's crazy how people would just comment and like bash somebody without even fucking really knowing, but whatever. That's just the life we live in, or the world we live in. But Jackson returns to bless the pod, and I'll play a little sample of that interview we got coming up. But check it out, episode 41, the 2-year anniversary of the YeahDat podcast. Thank you all out there. Shout out to the YeahDat Legion. That's y'all out there who fuck with me, who fuck with the pod. I appreciate y'all so much. Thanks to James, thanks to Jackson, thanks to Conchi, Gonzalo, and Madeline. And make sure you check them out, yo. Check them out. Check out the links in the show notes, and I will see y'all on the back end. YeahDat. Welcome back to another episode of the YeahDat podcast, hosted by yours truly, West Coast Roberto. And the guest I got today, man, special guest to me, because back 2 years ago when we started the podcast, hence this 2-year anniversary episode, he was my first real big entrepreneur, that I've had on the episode to really teach the fucking listeners some shit. This is the dude I look up to, admire, man. This is my dude right here, motherfucking James motherfucking Mooney, Blast House CEO and shit. What's up, man?
What an intro right there, huh?
Hey, you already fucking know, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can live up to that. That was a lot of hype.
Oh no.
Well, I'm happy to be back though, man.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you taking the time. Before we start, let me change my hat real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Let me put this charger bolt on real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because we gave y'all that.
Right?
That
you gonna do that?
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I know you a diehard Raider fan.
Podcast over.
But shit, what's good,
that was
man?
A bullshit game, man. Oh my, the Raiders are just trash. It's like 20 years of just garbage.
But y'all have good assets. It's fucking Devontae.
I think that makes it even worse.
You think so?
It'd be better if we were just trash all the time. We have no good players.
You're right.
Like everyone's
you're
bad.
right. You're right.
But every year it's like, oh man, we're gonna do good this year. It's gonna be a good year. And then I'm like, yeah, we're gonna win some games this year, and then we don't. We lose a lot of games.
Hey,
so
it's all good. We're the same way.
And then we have the audacity. We have the audacity to charge that new stadium. It's insane. You try to go to games there.
Have you been there?
No, I haven't been there yet. Because they just this is I think the first year that they haven't required a vaccine. So no, I haven't been to a game yet. But at this rate, I'm definitely not going to a game. I'm not paying $300 to watch them get blown out.
I heard that stadium's legit though.
Yeah,
they're all right.
Yeah.
They're all right.
Yeah, that stadium's beautiful. An old client of mine has season tickets, and he hasn't been to a game yet because the first year they weren't allowing fans, and then this last year they required vaccine. And he's like, I'm not getting the vaccine. He's going to go to a game this year, and he's going to check it out for me. Let me know if it's worth it.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's just like fucking SoFi Stadium. That I heard that shit is outrageous.
Dude, I can imagine. That's a beautiful stadium. I like how they have the indoor outdoor look to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
then when you go in, you're like, once you go in, you go down. You're going down to the field. So I heard it's a dope ass setup.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less from LA, California.
Yeah.
It's got to be dope.
Yeah, exactly.
You're never gonna get fans to turn out to a game if it's shitty.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
Sure.
It's got to be an experience.
Hell yeah, and that's what happened when they were in San Diego. Our stadium was old as shit.
Yeah.
So that's why they moved.
I still wish they would have stayed in San Diego, honestly.
Shit, me too, fool. Me too.
I hate the Chargers, but I mean, it's LA doesn't deserve two teams. Let's be real.
No,
LA doesn't.
I agree.
They can't even support one.
I know exactly, man. That's why I don't even say the LA Chargers. I just say the Chargers. Fucking and then you got all these Rams fans all of a sudden. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get
Oh
out
man,
of here,
it's gonna happen. It's bound to happen.
It's like,
LA is the most
man.
fair weather community in the world, so like,
Yeah.
it's I remember when SC was doing hella good back in the early 2000s. It was like everybody's an SC fan. It's like you don't even know where USC is.
For real.
Yeah.
But shit, man, a lot's changed in 2 years for you.
Yeah, that's been a while.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
seem like
fucking
2 years.
yeah, it's been 2 years. It was October 8th was the 2 year mark for me, and then your episode was September something.
Wow,
Yeah, bro.
that's wild, dude. That's
Yeah, man, so-
congrats to you though, man. That's cool that you.
Hey, man, thank you.
That's the biggest thing with all this stuff, and like
Yeah.
business, social media, whatever. It's the consistency and sticking with it. Like a lot of people, they don't see success right away and they quit, and
Yeah.
you quit before it gets going, so you never
Yeah.
actually see what could happen if you actually just stuck with it.
Right.
That's life though.
So what drove? So big change for you. You left Oregon and
Yeah.
relocated to Texas.
Yeah. Actually, huge change, right?
Yeah.
I lived in Oregon for the last decade. I think I moved there in 2010. So I've been there for like 12 years. So it's like, that was a huge change. Just deciding to leave Oregon. A lot of things contributed to that.
Mhm.
I run Blast House, but that wasn't my main source of income. I had a full-time, 9 to 5 type job working
Yeah.
for a defense contractor. And in July, I actually got laid off. Business is kind of, especially in the defense industry, is kind of like weird right now.
Yes, sir.
With all the shit going on in Ukraine. So there's a lot of instability, especially with military contracts. And so got laid off. And I was like, you know what? Like, there's only so much you can do in like a small area. Like social media makes things a lot easier to do things with like limited access. Like you don't have to see people. Like we're doing this podcast like remotely.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different opportunities that aren't available if you're in like a smaller area. And I love Oregon, and I love Southern Oregon where I was living. It's a great, beautiful area. Like Rogue Valley is just absolutely gorgeous. Some of the best country in the world, I would think, honestly. But it's just a small town. It's a small area. Fitness community is not huge. It's starting to pick up a little bit. There's a lot more cool gyms popping up, a lot more people getting into it, but like just the fitness community in general is just kind of dead. And then the Pacific Northwest in the last 2 years has just become not the greatest area in the world. Just because of, all the lockdowns and bullshit related to that. So it's like politics wise and just opportunity wise, it wasn't a good fit, and need to make a change, and it was between a few other places and here. And I was like, Texas seems pretty dope. I know a lot of people out there. And it might be a good opportunity. And it was. So far, I really enjoy it. Austin gets a lot of shit for being like the bluest part of Texas. But, when you come from the bluest part of the country, I would argue, Portland area, like, this isn't that bad. and it is. And there's so much to do here. Like, the fitness community in this area is just outrageous. Like there's so many cool gyms, so many people, everyone's in shape. Everyone does it's great. It's a great place. I love it.
Hell yeah. I love Texas. When I lived there, I was in Fort Worth. So a couple hours north of you. Yeah. I loved it.
It's a good area up there too. Like, I
DFW.
haven't been to an area in Texas that really sucks. El Paso kind of sucks, but
oh yeah, definitely. El Paso sucks. No offense, El Paso.
Yeah, no offense. Actually, I got offered a job over there recently, and I was like, I don't know if I could do that.
No,
I don't know if I want to move from one small town area to an even like another small town area, but this one's in the desert. Like, nah.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Hell no.
At least Oregon has like the rivers and shit. Like, I'll take that.
So you relocated for a job or just to relocate?
No, just to relocate,
Okay.
So I'm trying to get the Blast House thing going a little bit more this year.
Yeah.
Like at the end of this year, next 12 months, I'm trying to focus more on the Blast House. I've been doing it like more as like a side gig for like the last 2 years. It's almost 3 years, honestly. It'll be 3 years in March. So 2.5 years. And it's gotten to that point where it's like it's not going to grow if you don't put attention into it. Like
That's right.
It's only going to get as big as you try to make it. And
Right.
if it's not, a big part of my focus on a daily basis, then it's not going to grow.
Right.
And so I got some money from when we sold our house up in Oregon. The market was insane, and we sold and got some cash from there. So going to take some of that and put it into the business and see what we can do with it.
Hell yeah. So what, over the past 2 years since we last spoke, what has changed? Like, what has changed with Blast House?
I mean,
in the good.
I mean, there's been good and there's been bad. I mean, I think if you talk to any small business owner, the last 2 years have probably been some of the most outrageous times to be doing business ever. With all the COVID lockdowns and the supply chain issues that originated from that, to the inflationary period we're going through right now, is just astronomical. It makes it very expensive and hard to do business, honestly. I'll give you like a brief example. So like when I initially launched Blast House, I think we didn't have great margins. Like I was still doing small quantities. I think the initial order of Blast House that I put out, I think I paid maybe $26 for a tub of protein landed.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to place that same order now, that same quantity, whatever, it's $44 landed.
God damn.
Yeah. Nothing's changed, right? Like it's the same product, same ingredients, same manufacturer, But if I were to place that exact same order today, it's gone up almost double.
And that's a sample of the upcoming episode I have with my man James Mooney, Blast House CEO. If you want to hear that episode in its entirety, stay tuned as the full episode will drop in the next few weeks or so. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you follow Blast House Industries on Instagram at BlastHouseIND on Instagram. You can also follow James on Instagram at James Mooney GC on Instagram. If you want some subs, check out Blast House Industries. You know what I mean? They got some high quality items. I'm saying high quality items. But thanks, James, for taking the time out to bless the 2-year anniversary. The full episode, like I said, in its entirety, will drop within the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. Coming up next, we're gonna have we'll have part 2 of the Rob Gone Mad conversation with my little brother Gonchi Gonzalo and his lady Madeline. So check that out as it comes up right now. And after that will be a snippet of the Jackson Wheeler conversation we had, which that will end the pod prior to the conclusion that always happens. So check that out. That's what's coming up. Stay tuned for that. And let's get back to it. Yeah. I can.
You can hear your own voice.
Yes.
Is he not supposed to?
No. Okay.
What's wrong?
Hold on. Try it again.
Okay.
Can you hear yourself?
All right.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now I can hear myself again. What did you just do?
Nothing. Okay, hold on.
He's like.
What if I hold the mic like this? Check.
Check. Testicles 1 2.
Testing. Testicles 1 2 3.
Can you hear yourself?
I didn't hear that.
All right.
No.
All right. Let's figure it out.
What kind of mic is that, man? It's nice right
It's
there.
a Blue Yeti, dog.
All
That's why I'm pissed off that you can hear yourself. I paid too much money for you to hear yourself in this, man.
Yeah, for real. I was looking into those.
I like it. It was. I've had this for 2 years now.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that is a lot of money, man. You're baller, bro.
I think hell no. I bought this shit with money I did not have.
It's in your hands though.
I think I told you recently that I wanted to buy a second one just to have.
Okay, yeah.
Like, just to have in case this one.
Fuck it, just put that shit down. If there's feedback, fuck it.
All right,
Well,
cool.
I'll get it out of there. I don't want you just to hold it awkwardly. You know what I mean?
He's like this.
Yeah. Like, oh hell, oh. That's what's up. See now, you know what I mean? It's I get to see y'all. I mean, yeah, that
Put the
crazy
first
hair.
part-
You know what I mean?
Make the first episode as a secret episode.
Word, little B-roll action.
Yeah.
Do it.
I got. I'm about to take my. I got testabolic. Testabolic.
Testabolic.
Yeah, that's my supplement I'm gonna take right now.
Okay, well, test boosters.
That's right.
Okay,
I'm gonna drink it with
like you need that, big fella.
I definitely do not need it, but I like the way it feels.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, you better go to the gym or some shit.
No, I just didn't take it today.
Oh, all right. So what's up with y'all, man? You know what I mean? Gone Mad. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I shouted y'all out on episode. This is episode 38. I think episode 36. I shouted y'all out at the end of my fucking podcast episode, and then yeah, it's just despicable how in love y'all are. You can just hear it on the air. It just
Yeah,
it's cringe.
I mean,
In a good way.
I made a joke the other day that was like, I was like, you can't be superficial because look, you're dating me. I'm ugly as hell. I was like, that's how you know I'm a sweetheart.
Watch out. Watch
I'm
out.
like, that's how you know I'm a sweetheart.
No. You're not ugly, brother.
No.
Yeah.
You're gorgeous.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question, man. How does it feel?
Her me.
Was that
You talking to her or me?
you?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
You.
Yeah. Me.
So the thing I'm most excited about is Madeline has heard stories of everybody, right? Like you, Paul, this, that, and the third, right? Fucking
Yeah.
Joe Navy, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
What's one or however many stories, moments, jokes, memories, like if you had to paint younger Gonzalo to Madeline, what first comes to mind?
Shit. So, I mean, even like just the normal like texting when we're just like, say, man. You know what I mean? It's just that right there should be like a little inkling of the shenanigans we got in.
Yeah.
Also,
And then,
I love this bowl.
I know. Sorry.
Don't try to block
Like
it.
this.
What's that? An ashtray next to it? What we got? What's that?
I turned her chair thinking it was going to turn the camera. I went like this.
Yeah.
Just a bowl of ice cream.
Just a bowl
That's what's up.
of ice cream.
It's all good. But no, yeah, like just like full posting on the block, people watching, and then when people are walking by, we used to be like, "Oh, that dude right here, this dude right here, yeah, that's the one. Oh, didn't you say you liked her? This one right here." And then people were just looking at us like, "What? These guys are crazy."
I remember we used to walk around because me and him were like this,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
inseparable, and
Yeah.
we would be talking, and a true sign of how close friends you are with somebody is how mean you are to each other, right?
Definitely.
And we used to get in little arguments all the time, and we would pull in random bystanders into our argument.
Stop.
Like, we'd
oh
be
my god. I'd be
dead
mortified.
ass.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
We'd be arguing, and I'm like, you know what? And I don't care if this guy right here hears me say that. Like,
oh shit.
Yep.
That's
I don't care if she looks. I don't care if she's looking at us right now. I don't care if she looks. I don't care what she thinks.
What would these people do when y'all would do this?
nothing. No one ever did that.
Look at us
They would
crazy.
just be like,
They're just looking
and
at
when
us
they
like,
walk away, would they be like, fuck this? Like,
They'd be like,
yeah, they didn't even engage.
they didn't even, they just were like, this, yeah.
No.
and we would point at them, like point directly at them, like,
Yeah, they probably thought y'all were
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't care if she's looking at you like that. Like,
Oh, we should
Well,
do
I did that. What's today? Tuesday. I did that on Thursday.
yeah.
on the ship. We were sitting because I've all these dudes I work with now. I just met them,
Yeah.
but they all fuck with me.
Yep.
So then we were sitting on the mess decks, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Oh, who? This guy? Ireland? Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Ireland." So they're like, before they were all dying, and then Ireland just walked by, like, drank his water. So
I remember we used to do that. That was always like the we'd get a big laugh out of that because just seeing how people would react to like
yeah,
being kind of called out.
being like, yeah, just
yeah, there's fucking many memories, man. The nuggets, fucking all kinds of shit.
He was
What's his face falling in the drywall?
oh yeah. So we've told the story before, but we every cycle you do this thing called an offload where it's like you kind of like they keep you awake for like 3 days pretty much, and you have to like bust your ass getting everything. I'm gonna turn this light down. There we go.
is it too dark?
Is that better? It was a little too bright.
That's fine. Now it's just contrasting off that wall.
Alright.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got dry hair and shit. Okay. So they kept us awake, and it was like the last night we were all tired as hell. I think he took a picture of me like sleeping on this thing. Like I forget what they were called, but like I was all fucked in a fucked up position, all sleeping on something because like we were all so tired, and we were deep in the ship waiting for someone to send an elevator down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like when you get to that level of tired where like you look at someone and you're just like, oh, all right, like. So like, two things. We're all like, I remember he was standing at because he was kind of like our leader, so he had to like he had to like be present, and all of us were all bullshitting like laying on our backs, all like trying to fall asleep, and delirious as hell.
Delirious hell, yeah.
And we heard like something like it sounded like something broke, right? And you hear like like someone like grunt. This person was sleeping on a cardboard box or some shit, and they like fell into it while they were sleeping, and that or not fall in, but he got like half. Like,
yeah.
You just saw his feet in the air. He was folded up.
Yeah.
And we erupted laughing.
And
I don't know the nuggets. I don't know how that came about.
Hold on, we were at the same situation, but before that, after that dude fell in, we were waiting there for hours, like all night,
Mm-hmm.
and I was so annoyed because like I definitely didn't have any pull at that time, but I was very much like his right hand man always.
Yeah,
so I was
definitely.
I was like, what I wanted to say was, man, fuck this. Tell AO1 to make the night shift do it. Right?
Made the night do.
But what came out was, hey man, tell one make the night do.
That shit was hilarious.
It's like,
because you didn't want to get in trouble, but you also were like,
no, it's because I said the sentence all fucked up. Like,
do,
I was like,
yeah.
tell
do
the
the
I was
night.
like, yeah, I was like, yo, tell the one make the night do. And we like looked at each other all like
like what? Yeah, that's funny.
And then so I forget.
Hilarious.
Another time we were talking to some other person in another department, and he had to get something signed from them, and the person was kind of busting his balls and was like, "Yeah, tell me what my department does. Like, tell me what my department does." And I don't know why, but I think he meant to say shit, nothing. Right?
Yeah.
But like what came out was shit, nuggets.
Nuggets.
Damn,
So to this day, it's like my daughter. We told her yesterday, like, yo, throw some nuggets in the air fryer, and just every time I hear that word, it's like nuggets. Do it, nuggets. Do it.
God, I love it. I love that shit.
Oh man,
it's so good.
Yeah.
Again, here's another story.
Yeah, when we're together, it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
God.
It's so like no holds bar. Like I said, it's like that you could tell someone's your best friend because like you just don't hold back with each other. Like it was just like ruthless. It was every chance you got, you were slam dunking on somebody. Like
oh shit, yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, I've told the story before, but I got to tell it again. You know, for the 2-year anniversary, but also because Madeline's here.
You're fucking right.
Remember when Vine was popular?
Mm-hmm.
So like,
I
used to bother
the subway incident.
I used to bother the hell out of him making vines and shit. Like,
Who's you want to make them?
Yeah. and
I'm dead.
we were eating at a McDonald's one day on our lunch, and I pulled out Vine. I was gonna make a funny Vine, and I was filming him, and I was like, "Hey, tell the camera why you're so mad right now." And this fool was like, "Yeah, because my friend is fat. It makes me eat here every fucking day."
What
I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Hell yeah." I posted it.
Oh shit! Hilarious! Oh my god, I remember that. Oh my god.
He had fries in his hand. He was like,
Hilarious.
and he was out talking with the fries in his hand and shit. He was like, "My friend is fat. It makes me eat here every fucking day."
Oh man, I wish we still had that clip, man. Oh my god. And I remember my wife and I, we had just got to we came back from somewhere. Oh, we drove like my vehicle from Florida to Washington. So then we were tired, fool, and we went to that Subway.
Oh, 24
And then
hours
fucking yeah, and you were sitting there. I didn't see you though. And then fucking you snapped a picture and then you posted it on Vine and tagged me or some shit. And I looked at it. It's like West Coast Rob sighting. I was like, the fuck? And the picture of me was so stupid. I was like, this motherfucking guy. Man.
Fun fact about that Subway. So it was on the base where we all lived and the ship was, and it was for some reason the world's only 24-hour Subway because like a bunch of drunk ass sailors probably I don't know but the business worked like it was busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was.
Sure.
At any time of the night.
It was fucking busy. Yeah.
And I went there. We
Weird.
were all young, partying. I think we were about to go on deployment, second deployment or whatever. And I'm there with my then friend Malik, someone who I still have tons of love for in my heart, right? And I don't know why, but someone in line is just like also drunk and just staring at him, like grilling him. And Malik was super, 18-year-old, started getting like loud and puffing his chest, like he was gonna go, fight this dude. And the dude is saying all this crazy shit to him, like in this small ass Subway sandwich restaurant. And my friend stands up. He was like, "I'm gonna beat your ass." And the guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat your ass." And I remember I was like, "I got this." And I looked at the guy behind the counter because he was watching, and I was like, "Are you gonna call the cops?" And he said no. And I said, "Word." And I like threw this dude out the door like in a movie. And he was like, "Wait, my sandwich!" and everyone in the store was like, "Fuck that shit!" And I like threw it across like a fucking
Yeah, this dude right here, man. No fear.
God, I love it. That's
No
awesome.
fear.
Also, something
That's why I love that guy.
something I still say to this day because like me and you were slam dunk on people so much was like when two people are bickering, I'm always like, "Yo, but I bet you won't hit him though." Like,
Bet you won't hit him though.
and
Egg him on.
like egging them on because again, a random story, just like some stupid loser kid when we were on this team together. The ship was in the dry
Deck and
dock.
towel.
So instead of doing our jobs out to sea, they kind of give you a new job where you have to like go, retile the rooms or like, go bullshit, right? And there's this fucking dumbass, like blonde hair, blue eyed, like white dude, just like he was the most punishing dude. And me and him used to make fun of him so much because anytime anybody was interested in something, he would be like, "Oh, I used to do that," or "Oh, I used to do that."
One of those.
Yeah.
Not one of those.
Yeah.
And I don't remember why I was tying my boots, and he was just when someone talks so much, and you're just like,
Shut the
"Yeah, you're."
fuck up.
yeah.
Like, you're like, God.
And
Yeah.
and he was like, "Hey, AO3," he's like, "How about you fucking woody woo?" And he was like being all smart, and I was like, "How about you square up?" And I remember I looked at him, and I remember Rob was like, "Oh," like all egging it on and shit, like.
Rob's like, I bet you won't hit him.
Yeah,
though.
for real. And I remember I was like, "Oh shit, what are you gonna do?" Like,
For real.
I was like, "How about you square
For
up?"
real.
All
He
fucking.
ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Great times, man. Great times. That's why I love that guy right there.
Me too.
Fucking love that guy. Yeah, I'm glad you do. I'm glad he loves you too.
Thanks.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
glad you guys like each
So-
other.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
She's a little more animated on y'all's own podcast, though. She's a little quiet.
Ooh.
No,
Right here.
I think I'm
Yeah.
just like I'm soaking it in.
Soaking it in?
I'm soaking it in. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have
all right.
any
So-
stories for Rob? Because Rob knew me in my most formative years and has stuck with me as a mentor for so long, right? But
Yeah.
like on a more ground level, like obviously he's not here, so like
Yeah.
it's like, do you have a story now for him that kind of? I know it's on the I know it's on the spot, but
yeah. I don't know about like just a story. I don't know about a story, but I don't know. I feel like you've seen Gonzalo through a lot, and I don't know. I think that's something that's really important to have somebody that's not only a friend but like a mentor that like is there for you, but you've also, you know, been through shit, like, you know, y'all have a lot of history. So I don't know. It was like special to me that he wanted me to meet you, and like, you know, how he talked about you, and it just made me like, the stories made me feel closer, and then getting to do this is like it's so sick. Like, I love it. I think I think
That's what's up.
like everything that you're doing too is awesome. Like your podcast and just how consistent you are. I think that's something that's
appreciate that.
really, really commendable, just because I feel like that's something I need to work on for sure. But it's
and what she's too shy to say is that she's just praying for In Rob We Trust too.
Oh my god, this guy! Get this guy out of here.
I'm gonna start.
Appreciate that, Matt.
Start the hashtag.
In Rob We Trust 2 coming soon, motherfuckers. Nah, fuck no. But since I got y'all both on, you know what I'm saying? This is a remixed episode, so this is gonna be Rob Gone Mad. You know what I'm saying? This is that shit. So I got topics and shit I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all watch Netflix?
absolutely we watch Netflix.
So did y'all finish Dahmer?
No.
Oh, we haven't even
No.
started that one.
So let me tell you.
What?
Let me tell you
I
something. Let me tell you
know.
something about the one sitting next to me. Okay. The one sitting next to
Okay.
me loves checking out new shows.
Mm-hmm.
Hates finishing them.
I don't hate finishing. I like to like dip in a couple of shows. I like to do a little bit of this one. I get a little tired. I like to jump into the other one. I like to have my options, and then I get tired of some stuff. So,
But hear me out. There's
Okay.
I have a solid 6 shows on deck right now that we started together. In the time,
Okay.
In the time that happened, sorry, my cat. I can hear my cat opening
I
my
know,
my blinds in the other
Jesus.
room.
Nah, you're good.
Um,
You're good. Don't
I
worry
feel like a dad when he hears their kid do something wrong. I'm like,
about
I
it.
mean, they're bad.
I do that with my cat too. It's all good.
They're
but
fucking bad.
she was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna watch that. We gotta watch that." But she watched 9 seasons, 9 seasons
Why the?
of RuPaul's Drag Race. Which, hey, fire show, by the way.
So like that.
No, I know. I figured you liked it. I heard the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah, like I watched that show back to back to back because like I was like, it was just like it was
sickening.
It was sickening. It was light, it was light, and it was just like it's fucking. I don't know. Like it was kind of RuPaul's not trash television, but it's like kind of something you like kind of check out. So
we're on season 6 of The Sopranos. We're on season 3 of Stranger Things. We're on season 1 of fucking 4 different animes. We're on
Oh no, we're on season 2 of JoJo.
We're on season 2 of JoJo's
Bizarre
Bizarre
Adventure.
Adventure.
Love The Sopranos. I mean, I just have to take a break.
You better love The Sopranos.
Yeah, of course.
You better love
yeah,
The Sopranos.
I mean, who doesn't,
Okay.
right? And then what was that other
Yeah,
one?
for real.
Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things. Love Stranger Things. Yeah, I mean, we've been watching that one consistently.
I've never been a Stranger Things fan.
Yeah,
I never checked it out. I mean, I watched the first season back in 20 whatever.
It's very.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was awesome. And for some reason, whenever every other episode or season came out, I just didn't give a fuck.
So you are a fan of the Dahmer series?
Yeah. So my wife, her undergrad, her bachelor's is in criminal justice.
Yeah, she's true crime junkie.
True crime. Like she's been to Ted Bundy's cell, seen where he got fucking executed, all that shit. So like true crime, that's big in my house. Yeah, that's her shit. But now she has a master's in adolescent mental health. So like it totally took a different
Damn,
direction.
she's
First
bad-
of all, let's
Yeah.
take a
bad
minute.
bitch.
Let's take a minute to
Ow.
Yeah. Round of applause. Round of applause for Mrs. Rob.
Mrs.
Okay.
Rob. Please tell her that we delivered that
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah,
outstanding.
sick. That is so sick.
Yeah. She's
Accomplishment.
a fucking beast, man. She's a fucking beast, and she got that master's while we were on deployment,
Dang.
running 2 kids to gymnastics and soccer, doing work out on the sidelines, and so like I give her kudos for that shit all the
Hey,
time.
run it back.
But yeah.
Sorry,
You know what I'm
Paul,
saying? One more. You know what I mean? Yeah. Round of applause. But yeah, she's a true crime junkie. So like she watches Snapped and all that shit. And I'm not into that shit.
Yeah.
But when she starts watching it, and if I catch an episode from the beginning, oh, I'm hooked.
Yeah, you gotta know.
So like the Jeffrey Dahmer shit, I was like, yo, let's check it out. Evan Peters, I fuck with Evan
Yeah.
Peters.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what I mean? I shouted him out on the last episode. So fucking yeah, we watched that shit, and as we're watching it, she's not one to be like, oh no, that's not real or whatever, but she's like, she'll give you like the actual facts of the fucking what's going on and shit.
That's tight.
But yeah, that Dahmer shit is good as fuck, yo.
I'll watch it.
Good as fuck, man.
I saw a lot of tweets.
Evan
about
Peters,
Yeah,
yeah, he
I
killed
love
that
Evan
shit, man.
Peters. I loved him in American Horror Story. I love
Yep.
everything he does. But I've
Yep.
seen, I don't know. I got like, I think I heard a lot about it, and sometimes when I hear too much, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I should just like,
it kind of turns you off.
I don't know, but I should just give. I know if I give it a chance, I'm probably gonna really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Ted Bundy one?
No.
That was pretty good too, with Zac
Zac
Efron
Efron,
playing
right?
Ted Bundy.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
It's like a clever title, isn't it? It's a good the title of the show.
Yeah, it's called
I've seen that one.
Bundy.
It's called what?
Bundy?
No.
No, it's not. I don't know what it's called. Come on,
But
same,
hey,
man.
speaking of good media, we saw the movie Smile in theaters.
Ooh,
So how was that?
We gave it a
I haven't
5
seen
out
it
of
yet.
5.
excellent. Loved it.
Really?
Fantastic. Yeah, it was
Okay.
spooky, but it didn't
Dude.
it had jump scares, but not like, I don't know. It was good, and like
Yeah.
It's been a while since like a movie like I don't know, like there's like really really good horror movies like Hereditary, Midsummer, those
Yeah.
type of
Oh,
like,
yeah, I love
real,
both of those.
real fucking.
really where you're like, God,
Mhm.
you're disturbed a little at the at the end of the movie. You're like,
This one very much felt like a summertime scary movie
Mhm.
where it was
Mhm.
like not like demonic. It wasn't so dark and deep, but the story was
Yeah.
fucking good. The scary parts were fucking scary, and the ending had me saying like I was like, what the fuck, like, yeah.
Damn, I gotta check that out now.
Please.
You should.
I
Watch
wanted
it.
to see it. Yeah, I'm a horror movie guy. I love it.
Same. I love.
Like I don't know if you,
horror movies.
yeah, I fucking love it. So like Midsummer and fucking Hereditary, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I asked a couple people about it, and they were like, it's all right, it's all right. So then I watched like the real in depth trailer,
Yep.
and there's one scene when that person's walking to the car and that fucking head goes like
Yeah.
that. I jumped in my fucking living room. I was like, oh man,
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta watch that shit.
It's
Gotta watch it.
jumpable where you're like, oh.
The movie.
what?
That's the thing is like everyone's like, oh, is it just jump scares? And I was like, every movie has jump scares in it, right? But
Yeah.
this one, because we were in the car all
It's long,
geeking out about
shrieky
it.
scenes where you're
Yeah.
like, it's like uncomfortable,
Like,
but it's good.
The jump scares
Hell
are there,
yeah.
and you almost know they're coming, right? But the movie,
Yeah.
the movie makes you like it circumvents your expectations by making really uncomfortable things happen, where you think something scary is going to happen, and then nothing
And it
does.
doesn't.
Yeah.
And then the scary moments that happen are like in your face, and it's like you can't escape it. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like that.
He said,
yeah.
"Oh
For-
yeah."
Oh yeah. But when I'm in movies like that, like my wife has to make me watch, like look at the screen. And then that's how I know I'm enjoying it, because like I'll be sitting there like, oh shit, and I'll be looking like this through my fingers and shit. Yeah, and she'd be like, look at the screen. I was like, I am looking through the screen. Like, oh shit. That's like good. Those are them good movies
Yeah,
right there, man.
for sure.
But there's one on Netflix called Incantation.
I saw a
It's-
TikTok about it.
Yeah, it's fucked up, yo. Like,
Well, okay, give us.
full. Okay, here you go.
This one.
So it's a foreign film. It's a foreign film. So how the movie starts, it shows this little like diagram of a Ferris wheel, and there's a narrator. The narrator is like, your mind can make you see things without you even knowing and control things without you even knowing. So the Ferris wheel is spinning to the right. So the narrator's talking. Narrator then goes, "Okay, make that wheel spin to the left." So you're looking at the spin at the fucking wheel, and then it turns to the left. Once she says that, you make it fucking turn to the left. So then she's like, "Okay, now, fucking, there's this symbol full. It's on a white ass, bright ass background, red symbol." So she's like, "Focus on this symbol." And once you focus on it, you can see it wherever you look, whatever. Symbol goes off, and you're looking around, and you just see the fucking symbol in your house, fucking everywhere you go. As you're going through the movie, this symbol pops up randomly, and there's like this chant sound, like, "Oh," it's fucking crazy, fool. And it's supposedly based on a true story. So I was plugging my ears when that shit would come, not even looking at the shit. And then, fool, it's fucking freaky, dog.
Yeah.
The plot doesn't make sense though,
Okay.
but the mind fuck aspect of the movie is fucking, it's gnarly, though. It's gnarly. You should check it out. Check it out, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Love this.
definitely. So since y'all haven't seen Dahmer, but I still want to ask this question anyway because I brought it up on my last podcast episode. How do y'all feel about Netflix and other platforms taking shows like, or making shows like Dahmer and Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy and kind of like humanizing them in a sense? Do you think that's kind of fucked up, or do you think it's just good TV?
I only think it's jacked up because they're doing it to make money off of it.
Yeah,
They're doing it to make someone like likable enough to keep watching so that they get revenue. Where that person was just a murderer, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's why.
Exactly.
That's the only reason I think it's jacked up.
I would agree. Yeah,
Madeline?
I'm like, where's this money? Like, who? Obviously, it's just going to like Netflix, but it's like,
yeah,
it's like where this money should be going to like the pain of the victims, right? You know what I mean? That's where I would think. But it's also like too. I'm like, of course they're gonna. It's like, why wouldn't Hulu? Why wouldn't Netflix pick up the next story about the worst serial killer that was like the most sadistic, awful thing? You know what I mean? And we would all watch it really quickly, just because.
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of just like, it just feels like duh, but it's also like, yes, I feel my heart goes out to like the victims and the humans that like lost their lives so brutally.
Because real true crime, like podcasts and shows, don't do that, and they're still telling you the story, but they're being just realistic about it. It's like, and then he committed the most heinous act of all time, and you're still intrigued, but it's not like, I don't know, it's just more factual and informative than it is like
romanticized or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And that's what I was covering on my last episode. I feel like they're taking these fucking psychopaths and kind of humanizing them, because like in Dahmer, without spoiling it for y'all, like they show like his childhood and like the traumas he dealt with, and you don't want to show any sympathy or empathy for this dude because of what he did, but you end up doing it. Well, I know I did. I was just like, oh man, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like how this and this, woo woo. Yeah, exactly. But then you remember, it's like, man, this motherfucker was eating people. Like, man, fuck that dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, like, nah, fuck that guy, man. So I just think it's crazy. And then like when motherfuckers like say they win awards for the shit, it's like, are you glorifying this dude portraying this monster? You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy if you think about that shit.
Yeah,
it's strange.
And someone could be like, yeah, well, they're just doing their job. They're just being an actor. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's true.
But like, it is kind of spooky how it is. It popularizes the killer, and then it just like it makes it the more like, I don't know. It just feels like more accessible.
Yeah, it's strange. It's like blurring the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Because like Ted Bundy was an egotistical sociopath, like who craved attention. Mm-hmm. So for if he were still alive and to have a show after him,
He would-
like,
he
would be
won.
all about it.
Oh,
Like he
Yeah,
won.
exactly.
100%.
Exactly. Like, he all about it, yo. So, like, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And like, now, you remember that Katy Perry song? Fucking
Which one?
damn, what, the one with Juicy J? What? How that shit go,
Make
man?
me your Aphrodite.
No, it's Kanye West. I thought that was E.T.
No.
Yeah, no, the one that's that Katy Perry song, yo.
That's E.T.
That's Juicy J.
No,
in it.
you're thinking
It's
of
fucking
E.T.. So,
You said make me.
so you wanna play with magic? Well, you should know
Yeah, that
what
one.
you find for.
that one. So now
Okay.
that song, Juicy J, is getting scrutinized for his verse.
Eat her out like Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dahmer, yeah. Eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. So people are going after Katy Perry and Juicy J, like, yo, what the fuck? You need to take that song down. You should get fucking fined for that. Like, that was 10 years ago.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? So it's just shit like that. Shit like that. It's just stupid.
Also, society now
Yeah.
is soft.
So dumb.
As fuck.
So it's like
As fuck.
whatever.
Fuck. Did y'all see that shit about the haunted house that'll give you $20,000 if you make it through?
I was just
We were
showing.
talking about that, and that is some dumb bullshit.
Did you look up the videos? Like, did you see what they're doing?
Oh, what does it tell
Bro,
us?
I have been watching those
Wait,
videos for
you
like
watched the
10
videos?
years. No, for like 10 years I've known about this. Like, I've known about it forever.
Full.
What are the
And
videos?
I just found out about
Here's
it.
the thing. I also just recently saw a video of a guy who beat it, but they pulled him
Mhm.
out because, like, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm just keeping it a $150. I think this dude might have been a little not all there, right? But
yeah.
he beat it, and he was recording them, not allowing him to finish because they just tortured him for like 3 days, and then they were like, "Oh, you have hypothermia,
Yes.
you can't pass." And he was like, "No, what the fuck? I want my money." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're like in the contracts
Mm.
they can like do anything to you, and you're signing to it. Like, they can cut your finger off, they can burn you, they can drown,
Yeah.
they can.
It's not a haunted house.
Yeah, it's a torture.
It's like they're torturing you for like you. Well, I guess this year it's like 6 hours. If you can make it through 6 hours, you get $20,000. So I looked into it, not for me, but just like I wanted to fucking check it out. You have to fill out a 41-page waiver. You have to get a doctor's note saying you are mentally and physically capable, and then when you go through the waiver process, it's like a 6-hour process with the dude. The dude was in the Navy.
Yeah,
He's like a retired fucking MA or some shit like that. 23 years. And what they do is they take you, and they give you like a safe word. And if you want to quit, then you bail out of it. But they're just beating you and torturing you. Like, they were pulling teeth out.
Yeah.
They're doing all kinds of shit.
Also, like, one of the videos I watched is that, like, you'll say the safe word, but they'll still be like not care. Like, you know what I mean? They're trying to see like if you really want to quit or if you're just scared. So they'll just ignore your safe word and like keep fucking torturing you.
So it's not a safe word.
Yeah, they'll like
Why would anybody like? What's
money.
Yep.
People do anything for money.
Yep. Like, there's a show on Netflix called Dark Tourist or some shit. Dark something.
That's where I was showing all my homies from. It was from that show. That's
Yeah.
like old YouTube
And then
videos.
so I saw that, and then I watched the YouTube videos. That shit is fucking crazy.
And what
man.
they do, also, it's not
Crazy.
like a haunted house and like a touristy location. It's like this dude's home, like,
Yeah.
and so you get picked up in a van, you get kidnapped, essentially, you get brought there, so you don't know where it is, and it's literally like in a suburb. It's like a nice house in a suburb where you're just being tortured.
Yeah.
so wrong?
In Tennessee, it's like Summertown, Tennessee, or some
Yeah.
shit like that. So like they've heard people yelling and shit, and like before they start the process, he calls the cops and he's like, "Hey, we have somebody trying to go through the thing. So if you hear screaming or whatever, this is what we're doing." And the cops were just like, "Oh yeah, okay," and then hang up.
Isn't that fucked?
Crazy.
So then it's like a
Crazy.
scam though if they're not if they're not letting people have their money though, right?
Well, I don't know if there's a list of anybody who's ever made it or almost made it. I just saw that one video of that guy who was like,
People just like trying to get their ass beat.
pretty much. I saw a video of a girl
Sick.
getting dragged by her hair, like up a hill.
Yeah, that shit.
Where are these videos?
YouTube.
YouTube. It's called McNamee Manor,
Yeah.
McManey Manor or some shit like that.
And
Yeah,
It's fucked. Yeah, we'll watch them later.
yeah, it's fucking gross, man.
It's so like
Fucking gross,
people be
motherfuckers.
People
be
be
on 'em.
wilding.
Yeah, people be wild. Shit, on a lighter note, I got a fucking one of my sailors on the new ship. He's doing his thing. So this dude is gay as fuck.
Okay.
And not that there's anything wrong with it.
Hell yeah.
But
Same, brother.
he's doing this thing called semen preservation.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Like
Am
freezing
I-
your
Yeah,
eggs.
I'm like,
Like
all
freezing
right.
your eggs?
No, like preserving it, like not ejaculating whatsoever,
Oh.
busting, nothing. No pre-ejaculation,
Hey, well,
nothing.
you can't really control that.
So-
But like he's being celibate.
what's
Like,
that? What's that? Joe Rogan had a joke that was like,
wait, what do you mean?
He's like, have you ever looked at? Joe Rogan had a joke and was like, have you ever looked at your boxers and been like, what the fuck? And then you're like, oh yeah, I hugged that girl. Like that's a very old Joe Rogan joke. Very old Joe Rogan joke.
Yeah,
Anyways.
but dude is doing it. Yeah.
Hold on one second. Watch this. Hey, I'm doing a podcast live right now. Can I call you back? All right, I love you. Bye. My friend Troy. He said.
I'm sorry, I'm the fucking coolest person right now. Can I call you back later? Bye.
He said, "Yeah, gone mad. Let's go."
It's precious.
It's Rob Gone Mad.
Rob Gone Mad.
Special episode. Rob Gone Mad.
Okay, so
But yeah,
semen,
so
semen
dude's doing-
preservation.
Semen preservation. So I asked him, I was like, yo, so what's the point of you doing this, bro? And he's like, because it just makes you, it's supposed to make you like a superhero. I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? It's like, you're supposed to give you mental clarity. It's supposed to make you fucking just all around better, stronger, faster, all kinds. So I'm like, all right. Have you done it before? He said, yeah. He said he went 60 days one time doing it. And I was like, did you feel better? He's like, yeah. I was like, was it placebo or was it legit? He's like, no, it was legit. So this time he's fucking doing 90 days. And I'm just like,
This is
Hats
like
off
the
to you.
first step of being like a monk. You know what I mean? Like his next step
Yeah.
is going to be like, I'm going to go like live in the woods for a year. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, what? Yeah. He's from fucking San Antonio. As a matter of fact, that's crazy.
Shit.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I'm going to get him on a podcast too,
wonder-
man. He's
I
he's
wonder what the
hilarious.
science is.
Hilarious.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to look more into it.
Yeah, I would
But-
love to hear that podcast episode to hear what he has to hear what he says because
Yeah.
that sounds
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him on there and fucking and see. But he just started. So today he was probably 10 days in. Last week he was 5 days in, and he was like, "I'm so fucking irritable. I just want to fucking. I'm waiting for somebody to say something wrong so I can just fucking
So I
knock
can
him
just
out."
nut.
And he had the little fucking the hand grip strength thing with Jay. He was in there like.
He's like all this, like by the end of
Yeah.
it.
And he's like, he's a jack dude too, dog. So he's like, he's hilarious. God damn, he's hilarious. I was like, yo, I done been to prison. Yo.
Yeah.
I done been to prison. He's like, have you really? Because like, I really want to go to prison. I was like, why? He's like, cause like, you know, everybody in there and fucking, you know, just no fucks. I just hate society. I was like,
I used
Alright.
to make that joke all the time.
Alright,
I'm
man.
like, you mean I can go get 3 meals and not pay bills? Like,
hell no.
Not a.
But yeah,
I don't
man.
know. To me, I'm like, I'm not laughing. Like, the fuck? Like,
I'm not joking, bitch.
I'm not joking, bitch. Like, the fuck? Are
And you
not-
get internet.
Like, no, I love being free. Do not want to be in jail.
But are you though?
Yeah,
But are you?
But are we? I mean, I like
Yeah.
being
Are
able
we?
to not.
This is a simulation.
I like not being in an orange
Yeah.
jumpsuit.
making license plates or something?
I gotta wear a blue one.
Yeah, I done been to prison.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I done been in prison, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Well, shit, what's up? What's next for y'all?
What's next for us?
trying
We're trying
to-
to just get through
Every
trying to
day-
get
Without-
through it.
Every day we go to work,
Yeah.
I look at her and I'm like, we're meant for so much more than this. We're meant for more than this experience right now.
It's been kind of rough lately, but it's just gonna get
Yeah.
even more busy.
I think it's been rough for everybody. I'm actually feeling that shit too, yo. Like it's like, damn inflation.
Yep.
I know. That was something that like I was being asked, especially at work, and being asked like about like specific like feelings towards inflation. And I was like, I don't know. Honestly, I was like, I don't have the capacity to like answer that question right now. Like what?
The first time
Someone
I
asked me about that, and I was like, I don't know.
the first time I ever put my brain to inflation, honestly, just being real, was when you and I went grocery shopping that one time.
Yeah, I'm like,
And I
man.
went $200 for this. Oh, I was like, we didn't even get anything.
Yeah.
Like, and like,
Yeah.
That shit's real
like
though.
No,
going to
dead
QT and
ass.
getting a snack, paying $20 for
Fucking
two drinks
things,
and
M&Ms,
yeah.
gum.
Yeah.
That'll be $54.93.
That's crazy.
I'm
Okay.
like, shit, I gotta fucking take a lien on the house for this.
Like $54.93 for some M&Ms.
$9 for a ginger ale.
For real, man. Yeah, we're all feeling that shit, bro.
But other than that, just figuring that out one step at a time. I know Matt here had some prospects that she was going to apply for, wanted to apply for, was kind of actively seeking.
Yeah.
I'm 100% in that market because I know I'm being grossly underpaid for the job that I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, just we like live together now.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
exciting.
good.
I'm excited. for that.
How long has that been?
That's good. Like,
I
what did
mean,
you
pretty
say?
much, I don't know, like 3 months in.
3 months? Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just because, like, where she was staying at and, like, my apartment was, like, 5 minutes away, so
So I was like always here, but
Always
like
here.
really like officially kind of like 3 months.
This made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I you know what? We should get real savvy. I should tell you and the YeahDat folks how not only how Gone Mad the podcast started, but how Gone Mad themselves came to be.
Oh, I see what you did
Yeah.
there.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, okay. All
I'm
right.
going to paint the picture, right?
There you go.
Actually, this is something that I proudly like to tell Mad is, and I think this is good advice for anybody who might be listening who is feeling this. So I went, kind of like, a few months before the year ended, I went through like a very big change in my life, right? Like I started focusing on me, started focusing on my work, started focusing on the gym, the writing, like woody woo yada yada. And I was like, I am not going to invest any of my time into dating or females, right? Like I was like, can't do it. I was like, I'm not in the right headspace. I don't care for it. I was like, you can ask anybody in my life. I was like, I don't have fucking time for women right now. And then fucking 6 months later ish, I don't know, 7 months later. Actually, I'm lying. So right around that time is when I met Mad at the beginning of this mindset, right? And I remember always seeing her and always being like, damn, right?
That be bang.
Yeah. And I'd always like try, but I was always respectful. I was like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? What's up? Like, I always be, hey, what's up? Good to see you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I punch her on the shoulder, right? Like, what's going on?
That big ass fist.
Literally like the size.
And so I'd always see her, but I was very much like, I don't know, thought she had a boyfriend, woody woo, right? And
Woody woo. Sorry.
Woo.
And after months though, I would always see her and I'd always like try to go out of my way to like for her
Say
to
hi.
for her to notice me being around. You know what I mean? Like hey, like I'm not just trying to hit on you getting your pants. Like I'm like asking you how you are. Like what's new? How's life?
Yeah.
Like, and then one day, like I said, like 6-7 months later, I was in a meeting. She ended up showing up. We ended up leaving together. Found out that she was graduating the same day I was.
Yeah, we were like, when are you graduating? We both knew we were we knew we were both in school.
Yeah.
And we ended up graduating the same exact day, which is so funny.
And me being the man, I was like, awesome. I was like, how can we celebrate you? I was like, do you want to just hang out, get some food sometime, or do you want me to throw like a kickback for you, like at my place? Because at the time, I was having a lot of parties here, like every weekend. I'd have the homies over, right? And she was like, oh no, I think it'd be really cool to like me and you like hang out maybe. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And in my head, I was like, psyching myself out. I was like, no, this girl's being nice. Like, she's just being nice to me. She's just being polite. She's being whatever. So I threw I cast a line and I shot her a text, a picture of Takis. I sent a picture of Takis and I was like, yo, should I get these? And she was like, always. She said always BB.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. And I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, like what's going on? Like something's different, right? It's like
what's BB?
Like baby.
Oh, okay. Man, I'm old. I don't know acronyms.
No, it's like shortened, like just like the letter the two letters BB.
And long story short, I kind of like felt something was different, felt something was there, shot my shot, and I was like, hey, like I've had
swish.
I was like, I've had a big crush on you for a long time, and then Madeline was like, I've had a big crush on you for a long time, and I said, you're lying, bitch. Come hang out with me right now. Like, straight up. I was like, she was like, what should we? I was like, what are we gonna do? And she was like, oh, I think we should plan some time to get together and talk about it. I was like, I'm free right now. I was like, I'm free right motherfucking.
This was after the meeting that we had.
I was already home. She was home.
Yeah.
And yeah, she came over. I looked at her. I was like, I want to make you my girlfriend. And I was like, you gotta take a lead. You gotta trust me. I was like, yeah. One thing I won't do is ever hurt you. And yeah, that's it, brother. Gone mad.
That's what's up. And Gone Mad was born.
Yes. My cat's biting the fuck out of me right now.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Psychos.
Hey, it's all good. That's what's up, though, man. Like, I'm happy for you. Like, for those out there listening, you're probably, man, this is a sappy ass episode, man. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. Because you know what I'm saying? Fucking Gonchi, that's my big little bro. I fucking love him. And the fact that he's, you know what I'm saying, in a good spot and that you're happy, bro, that makes me happy. Like, I appreciate it. Like I told you, that first time I heard that fucking podcast episode, I was like, oh, man, I'm going to call him right now.
By the way,
on the way to work.
I love that you left a voicemail. I'm like, hell yeah. Like that. It was the best voicemail ever. And I was like, that's the shit. Like,
that made me really happy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was midway through. And I was like, man, I'm going to call this guy. I know he's at fucking work, but fuck, I'm going to leave a message. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it makes me happy that you're fucking in a good place. You know what I'm saying? And I'm truly happy for you. And fucking, as well, you, Maddie.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? I'm just happy for both of you.
The biggest advice is what I kind of wanted to get at after all that I don't want to leave out is, when things were going well with Madeline and I, first days, first weeks, first month or second month, we were having like a very deep talk, which I talk about on the podcast all the time with her, is the level up conversations, right? Like all those hard conversations.
Yeah.
And I told her very straight up, I was like, I could never be on your level if I didn't love myself first. Like,
that's right.
Like I had to rebuild everything, and I had to respect myself. I had to learn to love myself. And had I not invested so much into me, could I have attracted such a positive thing like this? And I'm fucking probably annoying at this point, but I tell everyone, like, if you treat yourself like up here, like everybody has to meet you there, right? If you treat yourself like a crumb, everyone's gonna treat you like a crumb. So
exactly, man. That is crazy that you say that, because I have a young sailor with me on that ship she's at the command I am, but we're all TAD, and she just got played by some cat or whatever at the other command. And what I'm telling her, because her slogan is like "girl boss" or whatever. I'm like, all right, girl boss, whatever. But if that's your fucking slogan, your motto, then live by that shit. Because I told her, like, there are levels to shit. Like me, I walk around the motherfucking ship like I'm up here because I am up there. Like motherfuckers, like all these little motherfuckers be looking at me like, yo, y'all, I'm not fucking with y'all because I'm here. Like there's levels to everything, to money, to fucking self-respect, to all kinds of shit. Like these little cats swear they're doing things, but then they'll meet another guy who's at a different level, and they recognize that shit. So it's like what you're saying is completely true. I'm fucking 100% about that whole fucking thought process of like the levels and holding yourself high, because I mean, there's no one like if you don't love yourself, then fucking
Then how in the hell you gonna love somebody else?
Can I get it?
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that was good.
Fun fact,
Straight
you
up
say
though,
that,
man. And then,
is I actually learned that I was young when I met Rob, and I remember after that, like, it was very much like a big brother like teaching me. Like I started walking around my back straight, head up, like demanding nothing but respect from people. And it's funny that you say that on the ship, because I remember my old friend Carly Fries would always look at me and be like, dude, he's like, you walk around and it's like, it's scary. Like people like get out of your way. And I'm like, I'm not trying to intimidate someone. I was like, I have a place to be. You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah,
I'm thinking like I got shit to do. And it was like when you hold yourself up like with that esteem, that confidence, that thing, it's like people fucking answer to it. And you've said the same thing too. It's like people fucking like move out of your way. Like but I don't walk around like with my dick in my hand. I just walk around like I got, you know, like I care about myself.
Exactly. And people always have that misconception that, you know, like especially like a couple, like it's not your job to make her happy. It's not your job to make him happy.
Absolutely.
It's your own job to make yourself happy. And once you're happy, then you can be content, and then y'all can grow together.
Exactly.
So it's just an old misconception people have.
Sure. Period.
But, yeah, man.
So
period.
Maybe a last segment. I'll put you on the spot real quick. So Matt and I, right, very happy with you. We have very big plans for the future, right? Mm-hmm. What is some advice as father, husband? You've been through it all. Deployments, distance, definitely. Everything.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm 30 years old now. We don't have to mention how old you are, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm 37. What?
What's
relax.
Hey, I'm busting his balls.
She was abusive to the
She
staff.
was abusive to the staff. What? Maybe it's time for me to check in and get some more advice and more wisdom from you. So, what's some big bro advice on longevity and stability, healthiness, and always watering that love? You know what I mean? So that it always grows.
Yeah. So it's like I had to learn myself because I got married at a young age, had kids at a young age. So it took me a minute to kind of like realize like where I am now, like mentally, is like completely different from what I was when I first got married and shit. But it's you have to be patient, like patience. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole saying, oh, it's a marathon, not a sprint or whatever the fuck. That's true. Because there's like everything is good to go right now between y'all two. There are gonna be them days that it's like, oh, I don't fucking get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like where you may not feel like, oh, I don't love you right now, but the love will be there. Like you will always have love for her. She'll always have love for you. But in that moment, there'll be moments where it's like, yeah, I'm not feeling that right now. But just remember that that's just a moment. I mean, it's just a day. It's a bad day, a bad moment. It's not a bad fucking a life, bad whole relationship. So just let that shit pass. And just remember, like, you always don't have to be right.
Yeah.
If there's conflict, try to avoid conflict. Try to meet that medium. Because like now, like back in the day, fool, with me and my wife, it was just like, no, you're wrong. No, I'm wrong. You're wrong. I'm right. You know what I mean? Now it's like, I'm at the point to where it's like, yo, I'm not even about negativity or drama. So it's like, so okay, why do you feel that way? Okay, oh yeah, I understand, I get it, So I apologize. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being that bigger person and apologizing. Like there's as long as you get that mentality of being an adult and wanting to just have good vibes and being happy, you'll be fine, bro. If as long as you're not thinking about, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be no simp who's always fucking apologizing or catering to my lady or whatever, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So you guys are on the right path now, and y'all will be fine. Just make sure I get that motherfucking invitation,
Absolutely.
or it's gonna be some goddamn issues. All right.
For sure.
I appreciate it.
And that goes for everybody out there listening. So
I appreciate it, big bro. Thank you for asking
of
us.
course,
Thank you for
man.
having
Yes, it's been
us.
so fun. It's so nice meeting you.
Of course.
I
of course, nice meeting you too.
feel like I'm
Finally.
really getting to like shake your hand virtually, give you a hug.
Yeah.
Oh, fool! Remember I
Deadass.
told you that you remind me of someone
Deadass.
that just got hired at my job?
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't he remind you of
Yes.
Matt?
Yeah, and he's the fucking.
He's the
cool-
goat. He's the goat.
He's the coolest dude.
Yeah.
He's the
I think
shit.
he's
what's
also
up.
from Cali. And
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
he just holds it
Okay.
down so tough. Like doesn't
Yeah.
play the
That's what's up.
bullshit. It just keeps it real with you. Like he's on your side. So like he's the man.
Keeps it $1.50.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he
Right
keeps
on.
it. He keeps it $1.50. You know what I mean?
$1.50. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Matt for keeping it $1.50.
I
You know
told
what
him
mean?
I was like, dude, you remind me of my fucking big bro. Like,
Oh, I love it.
and he said, and
That's
his
what's
first
up.
response was, "Oh, he must be a real one." I was like, "He is."
That's what's up. That's what's up. I was gonna say something like that, but I just let you. You know what I'm saying? Talk about him. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm waiting for my invitation for the Gone Mad podcast
Yeah.
also. So
I
mean,
gotta
no
I gotta
pressure.
figure this out
Yeah, this is sick.
no pressure.
because like we're
He
not
said this.
because we don't do video, but like I think I like having this so we can like
Yeah.
look at each other.
It is
and talk.
nice. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was sucking when I didn't have nothing to look at, yo.
Yeah.
And you and Paul used to do that to me all the time, yo. On the 3-way street shit, man.
Damn.
She met Paul. She
Yeah,
met Paul.
man. Yeah.
She met Paul.
Yeah, that's the other little bro right there.
That's my fucking guy.
Yeah, that's the other bro right there, man.
That was like
But-
the trifecta.
all right.
Was us.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Hell yeah, definitely. We had a podcast once upon a time.
But
You know?
speaking of podcasts, be looking out for Gone Mad, the return episode from a little
Okay.
brief hiatus that'll be coming up. We're gonna get you on there.
Word.
Yeah, more news. October 17th. Let me know when the sun goes down.
Mm-hmm. Plug it.
Plug it.
Plug it.
Where can I get it?
I'll be dropping
where
links
can I
on all
get
my
it?
socials. It's through the magazine, but it'll be up for order on their website and on Amazon.
Okay. What's your social?
My social is Grave Scribe for Twitter and Instagram.
No, your social security number.
Hey.
Oh,
Whoa,
my fault. I
whoa,
meant
whoa. 592.
no wait. Oh, fault.
Grave Scribe.
I meant.
So at Grave Scribe on IG.
That's right, on Twitter. Twitter is
Yeah.
where I post most of my writing stuff, and I post all I post is
Okay.
writing, and I post pictures of you.
Anywhere else?
My website gfmcreative.com.
Yes.
There it is.
Hey.
Boom. Man, what you plugging? What you got?
I guess my Instagram at Mads Jimenez, MADZJIMENEZ. Also Madeline Jimenez on Facebook. I have all my music.
Okay,
stuff
there you go. Bam. Hell yeah. You got a page
I
on there?
do.
Hell yeah. You heard it right there. You want some nice, clean, crisp vocals.
Please.
Go check it out.
That girl sing good.
That girl good. That girl good. Check out the Gone Mad podcast on Spotify, Apple Pods,
Yeah,
right?
I think that's whatever. Google, I think. Google Podcast.
Google Pods. Yeah,
That's a podcast.
check that out. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear more of them? Check them out on their podcast.
YeahDat. Say it.
YeahDat.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, I appreciate y'all. You know, this is the 2-year anniversary episode right here with my first guest. You know what I'm saying? Conchi.
Right.
So you know, it's an honor to have you on there too, Maddie.
Yes,
So
I'm honored.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate
Thank
y'all.
you.
So I'll let y'all get back to y'all's evening. I know y'all are an hour behind me.
Yes.
It's my bedtime. I'm old. You know what I'm saying? I gotta wake up
I'm
early. and shit.
37.
But I am 37. I'm 37, man. But I like to go to sleep early.
I get it.
But
Nice.
yeah.
All right, my
Yeah.
brother.
But I appreciate y'all for being on here, y'all.
Thank you.
Much
Until
love.
next time.
Until the next motherfucking episode.
Right.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And that concludes part 2 of the Rob Gone Mad episode with my bro Gonzalo and his lovely, lovely lady Madeline. I hope y'all enjoyed that. You know, got some laughs in. It's always good times when family's on with you. So make sure you check them out. Check out their podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google, etc., called the Gone Mad Podcast, where they just, you know what I'm saying, do their thing. Check them out. Make sure you check out Gonzalo's his writing at gmfcreative.com, as well as follow him on Twitter at gmfcreative, Gravescribe on Instagram. Follow Madeline as well at Mads Jimenez on IG, and Madeline Jimenez, her Facebook page on Facebook. She's a vocalist, so check her out. You know, that girl can sing. You know what I mean? So, and we're gonna wrap this episode up with the last part, a little snippet featuring my motherfucking man Jackson Wheeler. Great episode right here. You know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna stir up some people. But check out this little snippet, and then I'll catch y'all on the back end. Yeah, that. Little 2-year anniversary joint for the podcast. We've been doing this for 2 years now, and you of all people, you're like the most popular guest. And plus, I wanted to catch up and see how you've been. So
No worries. I'm glad to be back on. I'm glad things have been doing well for you.
yeah, man. So what's been new? What's new with you?
Well, I mean, now that we're out of the pandemic, got myself back over to Europe. I was over there for 4 weeks in August.
Oh shit! Okay.
I was actually supposed to be in Berlin right now, but just sometimes you put things off just to reduce the stress on yourself.
Yeah. So where are you currently?
I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, of all places.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Jackson lives in Jacksonville.
Hey, it's all good. That's my second home there, Jacksonville, man.
Oh yeah, I'm liking it so far. No complaints.
Yeah.
Just joined a band too, so.
Okay. 'Cause last time you were on episode, you were pursuing your music career. So are you hitting it a little harder this time?
I mean, it's still going. You know, things just take time. You know, things will happen when they happen.
Yeah.
You have to keep improving and keeping yourself ready for the opportunities when they come. So
yeah,
no complaints there. You know, just like I said, things take time. And if you've ever had success in anything, it's just you know, you just keep your head down and just keep plugging away until something happens.
Hell yeah. I seen your the little spot you had with Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst, man. That show's fire.
Oh yeah, was that after we had talked?
That was.
Oh yeah, so that happened.
Yeah.
So that went off perfectly. Yeah, that was definitely a highlight life moment. I'd say, you know, it definitely gave me clout with a lot of people in the rock community.
Yeah.
So having that under my belt has definitely helped me now going forward. So like I said, I've been in Jacksonville since February, about 8 months now. I've done a couple shows myself with my own material. It's going well. I got a couple new tracks releasing. I thought it was the 23rd. Maybe it's the 24th. This coming Tuesday, I got like 3 tracks releasing to all the streaming platforms.
Okay.
So one of them, hopefully, I'm hoping to see how well it does. So,
word.
Yeah.
What genre?
Between rock and rap.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because I remember last time you were doing like kind of like the little rap ish when you had the video that just dropped. Yeah,
Yeah, it's I don't. It's just music, you know what I mean? Like I don't really consider myself a rapper. It's just I don't have a band with me.
yeah,
So it's hard to be loud on just an instrumental, if
yeah.
that makes sense.
No, I can understand.
It just doesn't have that same energy
Yeah,
normally.
definitely. Are you doing it yourself? Like, are you your distributor? Are you promoting it? Like, or do you have like a
Yeah,
distributor?
so other than actually making the instrumental myself, I lease those
Hmm.
from producers. I shop around, I find something I can write to, and I find something I like, I'll go and I'll purchase the lease agreement. But from songwriting, recording, editing, promoting, performing, yeah, right now it's just a one man show.
Okay, that's good
But
though. That's good.
yeah, exactly. I'm in control of everything.
Hell yeah.
And then just I'm getting more and more comfortable and confident with what I'm doing. So I'm waiting on other people less and less.
Yeah, definitely. Self made, self made.
Yeah.
Are you still doing your acting? Your adult
Yeah.
acting?
Yeah. Like I said, I was just in Europe for 4 weeks. Did some filming there. Like I said, I was supposed to be back in Berlin right now, and I had a
Hmm.
lot of filming planned, but that'll have to wait till next month or December. So there's a lot of stuff happening. Um, I went to XBiz in Berlin in August,
Nice.
and XBiz is just for like the professionals.
Hmm.
There's no fans allowed, so it's just all the company owners, all the payment people, all the models. Then there's workshops all day long about this and that concerning industry matters.
Yeah.
And so, after COVID and not seeing anybody for a little bit and going out there and reconnecting with a lot of, the people who run shit, like the people who run Pineapple Express, the people who run AEBN, the people who run XBiz and Chatterbait and all these good things. So it was nice just to get back around them and hang out for a little bit and chat. So, unfortunately, it's October. Things are kind of winding down
Hmm.
convention wise and people traveling wise for the holidays.
Yeah.
And then we'll kick it back off in January with AVN in Vegas. And, I just don't get out to the West Coast as much as I used to anymore after living there for 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'll probably use that as an excuse to put myself in LA like a week before and
Okay.
get some filming done,
Yeah.
some work done. So I've talked with a bunch of studios, like I'm back on Kink.com's talent roster. So something with them will happen over the next few months, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm excited to get back to Europe though too, because I met a lot of people in the industry from Europe, and they're very eager to do some work with me and everything like that too. So, everything's going well on my end. It's just the world we're living in right now. Any fucking moment, who knows when shit's gonna go up sideways.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you were really starting like the Dom gang the last time we were talking. And I know
Mhm.
Europe, they're more so open in regards to that genre of adult entertainment. So I bet you're having a blast out there doing stuff out there.
Oh yeah, especially in Germany. Germany's like the BDSM capital of the world.
Yeah.
I just get along with people in Europe easier.
Yeah.
They don't take life as serious, or they don't take their talking points as serious. I'd say it's like
Hmm.
you can talk and have a disagreement over in Europe, and no one gives a shit
Yeah.
because it's just talk.
Right.
So it's, over here you get on the wrong conversation and someone gets triggered and pissed off and they have to, make a social post about it and make a movement about it. Over there, it's just more, as long as you're not being an asshole to people or have nefarious intent, like you're pretty good over there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I've been to Europe. I like Europe, man. You is it just Germany? Or are you going like several other countries?
I go to several other countries. I mean, Berlin's just my favorite place to be. My next time out, um, I met someone in my last trip. I spent my last 6 days of my 4 weeks in Europe. I spent 3 of them in Budapest,
Okay.
and then the last 3 in Stockholm in Sweden.
Nice.
And I met another musician in Budapest who's like one of the top musicians in Poland.
Yeah.
So I think next time out to Europe, I'm going to find myself in Poland for a few days just to hang out and just see what I can get it myself into. Essentially, it's what I do when I go out to these countries. First time there, I just go out and explore and just socialize and see where the night takes me.
Is it easy like getting into so like you do adult entertainment here. So when you go over there, is it easy to like dabble in their in that genre over there? And there you have it, folks. That wraps up the 2-year anniversary episode of the YeahDat podcast, episode 41. I hope y'all enjoyed that one with my special guest, James Mooney, CEO of Blast House Industries, my little brother, fucking Gonzalo, and his fiance, Madeline. Check out that podcast, Gone Mad, and the one and only Jackson Wheeler, artist, fucking adult film star. More to come with Jackson and James, as those full episodes will drop in a few weeks. So I played a little sample of those in this episode. I included that. I just hope y'all enjoyed that episode. And once again, I cannot express how much thanks I have for everybody out there who listens, who likes, who shares, who just plugs the podcast. I truly, truly appreciate y'all so much. You have no idea. You have no idea. If y'all need anything, reach out, advice, whatever. Just let me know. But my advice to y'all is just whatever it is that y'all are doing, go hard on it. Don't let the lack of support deter you from continuing doing your thing, and just keep that consistency up, because it'll pay off in the long run, that longevity. And as long as you're, persevering and you're progressing in your craft, you will make something of it. So 2 years strong. Here's to another 2 years, and we're just gonna keep moving. But I've talked enough. If y'all made it to this point, you already know I fuck with you tough. Thank y'all so much for tuning into every episode. Make sure y'all share. Make sure you rate the podcast. Leave some comments, some reviews. If you're watching it on YouTube, then like it. You know what I'm saying? Comment. Give me some feedback. Engage. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at YeahDat Podcast. You follow on YouTube at West Coast Rob, youtube.com/West Coast Rob, and TikTok West Coast _Rob, Twitter West Coast _Rob, etc. etc. But you already know the deal, because you're a fucking loyal Legion member. Shout out to you. But we're gonna wrap it up here. 2 years down. Here's to another 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, etc. But thank y'all again for listening. I appreciate y'all so much. This is homie West Coast Rob signing out until the next episode.